One away, and Rollins remaining at first has 4 strikeouts now for Loge, and here's Hunter Pence, struck out his last time up, 0 for 2 on the day. And a shot up the middle and a base hit by Hunter Pence to center field. Rollins will stop at second, and the Phillies now with 2 on and 1 out, and Ryan Howard coming to the plate.
Just listen to this swing from Hunter Pence. Listen to the grunt as he makes contact. Talk about a maximum.
2 runners in scoring position. All coming after 2 are out for the Phillies. And there's a base hit up the middle by Hunter Pence. 2 runs will score. And the Phillies now extend their lead to 11-3. And that'll be all for Boggs, as Tony La Russa will come out. Arthur Rhodes has been warming up in the bullpen, and we'll take a break. What a hitting onslaught. And Ryan Howard would be next. And a base hit to right field will score Rollins. With the 4th run of the game for the Phillies, Hunter Pence with an RBI single, and Utley goes to second.
He started that sequence with a curveball for a called strike that buckled the knees of Hunter Pence. He came back with a fastball for a foul ball to run the count to 0-2. There's that called strike on the big over-the-top curve. Fastball fouled away, then he tries to come back with a 2-strike slider, caught way too much plate. Hunter Pence shoots it through that right side of the infield for another Philly run.
Lead 1-0. Here's Hunter Pence with Ryan Howard on deck, and the first pitch, and there's a line drive, base hit to center field, and that will get Utley in for a 2-0 Philly lead. And this crowd is stunned. Rollins with a first pitch double, Utley was with a triple, and Pence with a single, and it's 2-0 in favor of the Phillies.
Right off the end of the bat by Hunter Pence, got just enough of it to float it out into shallow center field. And I'll tell you, if a Cardinal.
Full count. And a little roller going to sneak through. Pence on one leg hobbles his way to first as he singles into left. 2 on for the Giants. Nobody out on back-to-back singles for San Francisco.
He can barely stand up, guys. I mean, he hits against that firm front side, and it just causes the calf to lock up. But what an at-bat for him.
Kind of dragging that left leg along as he gets to first base.
And you're just wondering, what does Bochy do here? Certainly he could use a pitcher to run.
That you talked about, Brian, how they've used their bench. You've got to, boy, stay in there. Absolutely.
All right, well, 2 on, nobody out. Brandon Belt, you saw, added 1 in the 5th. Pagan with 2 RBIs in this game on a home run and a double. As Pence lashes 1 into right field, a base hit. Hunter Pence with his 2nd hit of the series.
Before he gets to 2 strikes, will swing at those sliders in the dirt, but now he has his 2-strike approach and has taken 2.
First 3-ball count for Latos. The payoff. Bouncing ball, a chopper. Phillips makes the play. No throw. Pence is aboard. Swings that ball 4, but gets a base hit out of it, an infield hit.
Brandon Phillips hesitated just a split second because they had a little bit of a shift on, and Phillips was up the middle, but he's not used to having to go to that side of second to get a ground ball. Watch this. He hesitated, but by the time he got there, he wasn't going to have a play anyway. Cozart is way over in the hole for Pence, again with just a mini shift on, and that allowed the opening.
It's almost like you have help to your right.
See a roll, this Chapman getting loose. And the loser is headed home. A tough pill to swallow for either side, especially at this point. Hunter Pence down the line. That's a base hit. Thinking about extras. And he will not challenge the arm of Jimmy Bruce. A wayward throw, but Bruce has one of the great throwing arms in the game, and Pence settles for a single.
Seems like the whole series, the whole playoff series, he's been looking to ambush some pitches and pull stuff. Nice job there going the other way.
Well, today's defensive positioning gets Joey Votto so far off the line that a ground ball that usually would have been an out. An easy single for Pence.
And it's about the spot where Scudero's single went on.
On deck, the left-handed hitting first baseman Belt. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball, base hit right field. Scudero will turn and go to third. The throw by Beltran cut off. First and third, 2 out.
Good 2-strike hitting. Ball off the plate away. Told you that story about Bruce Bochy saying Sandoval was the freest swinger before trading for Hunter Pence. Now I think Hunter's taken over that job.
And he called himself the GOAT from Game 3.
I hate that word. I hate the word GOAT. And Bruce Bochy said, yeah. And add to that.
Here's a shot to left. Forget about GOAT right now. He has cut the lead in half. Hunter Pence goes deep. After a frustrating Game 3, it's a 2-1. Game 4 here in the second. And that was a no-doubter to the back of the seats beyond the bullpen.
No GOAT here is right, Joe. Middle of the plate. Gone. He had 24 in the regular season.
That is his first extra base hit of this postseason. Now fly ball into left, sends Holiday back to end the inning, but the Giants are on the board. The lead cut in half, and it's Hunter Pence, who has been frustrated to this point. Got all of it. 2-1, bottom of the second. Lincecum back to the hill.
One more time to save his bullpen.
Breaking ball, ground ball, base hit off the bat of Hunter Pence. And he's on with just his third hit of this series.
David Freese couldn't get it, nor could Cosmo. 2 diving infielders. How many times do you see that? Usually if a third baseman dives, then the shortstop's too far away from it.
Spot for Pence, who has been frustrated in this series in the postseason in general. Line drive, now it squirts by Cosmo. 1 run scores. Sandoval scores. Jay drops it in center, and they're going to bring home Posey. And it's 5-0.
Joe Cosmo broke to his right. About a step. That ball had some English on it. It was hit off the handle. Watch him break to his right, lean to his right, and the ball was to his left.
And that wasn't the only mistake by this defense that's been so poor in this LCS. Then John Jay dropped it in left center. And that allowed Buster Posey to come all
fair territory. The batter's out. Not on a broken bat. On a broken bat, the ball can hit the bat 2 or 3 times or any number of times. And with the broken bat rule, everything's out the window.
Here's a line drive base hit into right center field. Picked up out there by Beltran, and maybe the Giants hope this will get Hunter Pence going as he serves one into right with 1 out here in the 4th.
Now that double helped get him going, driving in 2 runs his last at bat. That weird play. High fastball from Mojica, and Pence with a 1-out hit.
Again, Here's a 2-2. Ground ball, base hit, left field. Pence is on to start the 7th. We'll see if that's it for Doug Fister. For Blanco, who scored on the 2-out RBI base hit by Crawford. Here's a base hit into left, and the broken bat went sailing into the Tigers' dugout. Leadoff man is on. Pence on for the 2nd time tonight.
Hit it off the end of the bat. There are more bats broken hitting balls off the end than the handle, it seems like. Hunter Pence, it's almost like 2 bats a game that he breaks. That famous ball that he hit off the handle that crawled up the bat against the Cardinals too.
If you didn't watch the feature in our pregame, this is how he goes to and from the ballpark at home. Joe Day, the clubhouse chef, built that for him as Cabrera tries to make a play, cannot. And that'll be an infield base hit for Hunter Pence.
Hunter Pence has not made an out in his last 5 at-bats. That included he scored a run, drove in the other run in that 2-0 victory for the Giants.
Somebody has to clean that up.
Winners laugh and tell jokes.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Well hit into left center field. Back at the track. This ball is one hopping over the wall for a ground rule double. That's a break for the Tigers because easily Pence ends up at third base.
At least. If that ball rattles around near that DTE energy sign, it could carry him back to where Jackson came from, and it bounces over the fence. That ball could have been a lot more trouble than a ground rule double. Pence very strong. You were talking to Bruce Bochy about his back and about how wide it was and what a strong guy he is and how far he can hit the ball. He had 24
runs scored, 4th in the National League in total bases.
Well, that's how good he was doing through August. And September came and it was a struggle.
And a bouncer through the left side, a base hit. And the Giants have the first 2 men aboard here in the 4th inning.
Game where you give him a rest, but Bruce loves him.
1-1 pitch is hit back up the middle of the base hit. The Giants have their first base runner of the day. Yeah, for Hunter Pence, I don't know that you can evaluate his contributions strictly by looking at the stat sheet. He was regarded as one of their key contributors when San Francisco came back from the 0-2 deficit in the NLDS in 2012 to beat the Reds. He was only 4 for 20 in that series. So you look at the numbers, you think, well, there were other guys more important. But according to Bruce,
you cannot fall behind. He loves being ahead in the count.
And a base hit into left field. But both of the Giants' singles early on today have come on 2 strike pitches by right-handed hitters into left field.
Well, I'm watching some.
Rookie right-hander Aaron Barrett in the biggest spot of his brief major league career to date. Trying to hold things for the last of the 12th as Pence sends a drive out to deep center field. Span on the move. He'll play it off the wall. Pence into second with a leadoff double.
I'll amaze every fundamentalist that tries to look at how he swings and hits the ball. Looks a little off balance, but the power and the extension that he has, this ball has a lot of carry, and Span, who can cover just about the whole ground in center field, can't catch up to it. And a leadoff double. And that's what happens when you get it down to a 3-0 and 3-1 count.
Warren was in and out of the closer's role for the Nats. Rafael Soriano faltered in the second half of the season, so the former closer was given the job back. Pence sends that one out to the left, and Harper's unable to get to this ball. And here come the Giants in the last of the ninth.
Never looks like he gets enough wood on it, but he has tremendous carry to the balls he hits in the air.
And this being a double right here, if you're the Nationals and Storm, you're trading runs for outs. You just got to get 3 outs. You don't mind if those 2 runs score. They're going to get some.
Pence had a 9th inning double yesterday that looked as though it will be a part of some real late dramatics. Another base hit to left. So a big early moment in this game now with runners at first and second and 2 gone for Pablo Sandoval.
Full count. Tying run at second, 2 out. That's into right center field and will tie this game at 2. Hunter Pence delivers with 2 strikes and 2 out here in the 6th. Here comes Mike Matheny. And with Brandon Belt coming up, it'll be the left-hander Choate coming in. Up to 98 pitches on the night. And there's the foul ball on that pitch that was up.
That was up out of the strike zone. I asked if he had the discipline. He did not, but got a piece of it. And that one just a little bit lower that he could put the barrel on. What a dagger of a hit by Hunter Pence.
Pence has tied it. And now the Cardinals are into their bullpen. Sandoval scores the tying run. He doubled with 2 out. Scores on the hit by Pence. That's down the right field line. It is fair. Posey will score. Sandoval digging to third. They'll hold him there. 1-0 Giants on top.
Great piece of hitting by Hunter Pence. And again, the ball is up on an 0-2 pitch. When I was saying execute the pitch, I was thinking get something down. Look how high this breaker ball is. And Hunter's up there hacking. You're wondering why the guy's swinging the ball like that. You're in the mindset of make him bring it up above those knee knocker things, whatever he's wearing with his pants rolled up. Get the ball up. He's looking for anything up.
That's a 2-seamer designed to be down and away. Again, the glove of Pierzynski has to travel a long way. Bochy did not start him. He got into the game to keep the streak going, but he said his body shut down in September.
That's into center. Leadoff man is on again. All 4 half innings. Leadoff man has reached.
Well, you don't change your approach as a hitter. You saw first pitch breaking ball, and Hunter stayed with looking for the fastball and adjusts. He gets one right in the middle and drives it back up the box.
Watch his eyes. They get real big all the time, but especially on a heater down the middle. And I talked about his body shutting down. Had a really tough September.
Pence gets one up the middle. Here comes Posey. It's a 1-run game here in Game 4. RBI Pence.
Shelby Miller searching for answers, goes to the cutter. Really no action on that baseball at all. Just a spinner that stays over the plate. Lucky there wasn't more damage with that pitch. But once again, I'm so impressed with all these swings by the Giants. You can see them keep the barrel through the zone. Line drives, ground balls, a good rally team.
Mike Matheny just looked down to the bullpen. In the air to center, well hit. Cain back. Over his head and gone. Hunter Pence with a 2-run shot and a 3-0 first inning lead in game 1. How about the Giants now? 2 home runs in their first 9 postseason games this year. They've got 4 over their past 1+.
Tell you what, the ball Hunter fouled back on 3-2. He was on that one, and he finished it off the next pitch with
James Shields. He's yelling into his glove on the way out. And the emotional leader for the Giants, Hunter Pence, goes deep. Makes it a 3-run first inning for San Francisco on the road here in game 1. 2012. Shields now is retired 7th straight. And he's 2 for 2. Down the line, and Pence has got a homer, now at least a double. And that's what it is, a leadoff stand-up double for Hunter Pence. How about his night in game 1?
How about the first inning? Harold, the fastball for the home run. This time around, James Shields says, I need to go soft to Hunter Pence. Didn't square up that one. Throughout this at bat, second time around, change-ups, curveballs. Hunter Pence gets them anyway. Out in front of the breaking ball, past Mustakas at third base. What next?
Pedro was pitching with the Phillies in 2009 against the Yankees. 1 on, 1 out. Here's Pence. Left side. Escobar can't get the out. Kept it on the infield. 2 on, 1 away on an infield hit by Hunter Pence.
Boy, that was an oh my play. If you wanted the range of Escobar, you're only able to pull this off because you got Hosmer at first base. He sees Pence, he doesn't see him fall. Pence falls down, makes it close.
That's the only reason he even had a chance at the play here. Hunter Pence, it's an oil slick in the batter's box. I really like the job Rick Renteria has done there, but Joe Madden, how do you pass up if offered that opportunity to win in Chicago? Nothing better.
Who's going to make the play? Barehanded play, but safe. As Hosmer has to come off the bag, and Escobar did all he could.
This is terrific. Watch the last hop kick on him. And then he decides to go barehand. That ball kicked away. He's able to come with it. I mean, you don't get a much better play than that. To make a throw on line, on target, would have been very difficult. Talked about the arm strength. That's like a third baseman coming in. You got to open the full hand. You saw a great picture of it right there. And let that roll in. You got to have big hands, and you got to be able to have some heck of instinct. We haven't seen plays like that since Omar Vizquel was pulling stuff barehanded like that.
With the fastball up to this guy.
That's hammered in the left. And it's 2 on with 2 out, and Sandoval coming up.
Gets a changeup up, and Hunter hammers it. I really think, guys, looking back at this half inning, how it started. With Vargas, how often have we watched American League pitchers sitting in the dugout with this menaced look on their face, talking to their catcher?
Delivers here in the 5th.
Now here's the gamble. Look where the shortstop Escobar's moved to. All right, the ground ball is hit up the middle. If he's back, he's got to play. But they took the gamble to go ahead and bring him halfway.
You will see teams do that with 2 strikes on the batter, thinking you won't get solid contact. You saw the reaction of Frazier. He just threw a ground ball he thought was an out. It's a base hit.
Danny Duffy, the young left-hander, takes over. Frazier out. Pablo Sandoval coming, finally broken loose. Hunter Pence. That will officially make it 11-4. What a night for Hunter Pence. An RBI double. And it's a 7-run game here in the 7th.
Well, they've officially broken it open. We talked about panic and Pence. But I tell you guys that the Giants play team baseball. And I love the fact that they play this brand of ball that is not about me. It's
Last night, 3 out of 5, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. A brilliant catch in right field for Pence, and now he's in the hole here tonight, 0-2.
Well, here you go, 2 strikes. Hunter Pence, 4 for 8 in the World Series with 2 strike counts.
Hard hit, and off the glove of Escobar into left. More action with 2 strikes for the Giants.
Well, he chokes up on the bat, shortens up the swing, and hits a rocket past a very good defensive shortstop in Escobar.
Well, that ball got onto the dirt and just shot on him. Just barely misses it, but once it hit the second hop on the dirt, it caught speed.
And a base hit. Another 2-strike hit.
So they've thrown 28 pitches to Hunter Pence in this World Series with 2 strikes, and only once got the 3rd strike. Remarkable.
So now hitting over 500 in this series with 2 strikes. It's Hunter Pence, and he's on to start the inning. Each season he had that year. Josh Beckett in Game 6, the clincher at Yankee Stadium.
2003, pitching on short rest.
Still remember, he fielded the ground ball, flipped it to first.
That was it. Base hit. Pence has got another.
Tom, guess what the count was?
Is this guy fun to watch? Yes, he is. 2 strikes, choke up, breaking ball, react to it. Another 2-strike hit.
And now the Royals will buy time for Davis to get ready. He just got up.
He might fit in that category. We'll see.
Well, we'll see who lines up to sign him. If he leaves the Giants, they'll miss him. That is a fair ball down the right field line. Aoki coming to get it, but Pence is digging for 2. He's got a double. He is hitting 500, 10 out of 20 in this World Series.
You want to know how red hot Hunter Pence is? Look where this pitch is at. Down and away, breaks his bat, stays with it, and it stays fair. When you're hot, it's fair. When you're not, it's foul.
Cutter breaking away from him, and you're right off the end of the bat, breaking it. That's a guy who uses the entire field, just barely fair down the line.
RBI chance for Brandon Belt. He's had some good swings in this World Series. He's actually hit better away from
offensively because of that. And actually, I think he's a better hitter in the postseason because he's more focused, better plate discipline.
That's outside, a ball and a strike on Pence, who's red hot.
I think some guys just play better heavy. He might fit in that category. We'll see.
Well, we'll see who lines up to sign him. If he leaves the Giants, they'll miss him. That is a fair ball down the right field line. Aoki coming to get it, but Pence is digging for 2. He's got a double. He is hitting 500, 10 out of 20 in this World Series.
You want to know how red hot Hunter Pence is? Look where this pitch is at. Down and away, breaks his bat, stays with it, and it stays fair. When you're hot, it's fair. When you're not, it's foul.
Cutter breaking away from him, and you're right off the end of the bat, breaking it. That's a guy who uses the entire field, just barely fair down the line.
RBI chance for Brandon Belt. had some good swings in this World Series. He's actually hit better away from. Well, we'll see who lines up to sign him. If he leaves the Giants, they'll miss him. That is a fair ball down the right field line. Aoki coming to get it, but Pence is digging for two. He's got a double. He is hitting .500, 10 out of 20 in this World Series.
You want to know how red hot Hunter Pence is? Look where this pitch is at. Down and away, breaks his bat, stays with it, and it stays fair. When you're hot, it's fair. When you're not, it's foul.
Cutter breaking away from him, and you're right off the end of the bat, breaking it. That's a guy who uses the entire field, just barely fair down the line.
But even he laughs at it bit. Left side base hit, and it's 2 on with nobody out here in the second inning for the Giants. Another base hit for Hunter Pence.
Base hit on a 2-strike count. He seems to be more comfortable. Again, choking up a little bit more with 2 strikes. Breaking ball down. Look at the head stay right on this baseball.
Yeah, that's a bad pitch executed right there.
Oh, with 2 strikes. 583. That's just ridiculous.
Here's a 1-1. That's in the air to center. This ball is down for another hit. Hunter Pence is 2 for 2 in this game 7. And the Giants are back in business here in the 4th inning.
This is the same group last time when the Giants had the big half inning. Started off with Sandoval getting hit by a pitch, this time a base hit, but they've got it working. I think the one thing that they were able to do that half inning was avoid the double play ball.
And you can bet there was excitement here starting in the wee hours of the morning. Folks have been anticipating this day all season long. Hunter Pence leading off against John Lester, a bouncer over the bag by his bobbles. Pence runs well, and the Giants have their leadoff hitter aboard for the 2nd consecutive inning.
Baez is so good. If he doesn't juggle this ball, he's got a chance. But as soon as he comes up with it, he's got a little bit of a transfer juggle, and you can understand how far he had to go to get it. Still had the ability to throw the ball to first place on line. This guy is so good defensively for the Cubs. See where he's set up. Lester, the ball gets right over his head. But Pence, so unorthodox in everything he does, but so good at it.
9-2 at Wrigley. Home ERA 1.32. And Hunter Pence starts it in the 2nd. A broken bat bloop into shallow right field, and it will drop in front of the charging Hayward, who manages to box it in and keep it in front of him. And Pence stops at first with a leadoff hit.
The Giants could use a bunch of those, and that's what you have to do against Kyle Hendricks. You don't seem to barrel up a lot of pitches because of the movement. You watch this ball come in, you see the bat break. And the guy that's at the plate right now is, I think, the key to the Giants. When he goes.
Bruce Bochy's string of 9 straight elimination game wins is still alive. Pence taps it to the right side of the infield. Montgomery's got to hurry. He can't get there in time. The winning run's on base with 2 away.
I'm just telling you, that's what Hunter Pence does. Off balance, but never gives up anything or take anything for granted. And that slight hesitation by Montgomery cost him. Just that hesitation's all it takes. Left-hander finishes away from first base. And at that point, the only thing you do is tag him. But he couldn't do that either.
Unusual to see that, but you see it so often, so much more often in the postseason. And Pence has a base hit at the middle. Finally, something to show for some really good at-bats by Hunter Pence in this series.
Yeah, if you're wondering, he may have the strongest front leg, and he looks like he's always off balance, but he's so strong. And his hands, all the activity that he has. Watch him just look. You don't teach this. Don't emulate this at home. But he has a unique way of finding contact and utilizing that contact with power, even if it looks like he's got roller skates on.
He is Gene Wilder.